Welcome everyone to a St. Pete Catholic Barons basketball game, and we are here, SPC versus Countryside. Countryside's first game of the season versus the Barons, who just had their first game yesterday. Had a loss, a pretty tough loss, 23-point loss. They're looking to rebound here and bounce back with a win over Countryside as we are here just seconds before tip-off. David Riley up top, along with Tyson Jean Baptiste in order to gain possession. It's won by Countryside. Dontrell Hatcher will take it up from the backcourt. Jamie Shields will defend him. Setting the tempo. The initial problem to face. There's a lot of contact up. Whistle blow. And that'll be a foul.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2 shots quick here to start this game. A bad way to start the game if you're the Barons, truly.
Tyson Jean Baptiste at the line to start it off, trying to get the first blood in this game.
Yeah, and the surprise move here, Willem Derrick still on the bench. Obviously, he did miss a preseason game last week. Maybe that has something to do with it, but he's still on the bench to start this one. Interesting move by Coach Lopez here to start this game.
Yeah, and he did not play last game, if I recall correctly. Is that correct?
He played last game, but not very much of it.
Right. He moves up on the bench as this free throw will move in. First, David Riley had something in his mouth. He'll get subbed out. And Jackson Boyle will come into the game. Gagnon to inbound. Finds Shields. Shields to Ball. Jackson Ball. Will go back to Jamie Shields. To Gagnon now. Back to Shields. Now Boyle to Gagnon. Not any open lanes for the Barons. Shields to Boyle. Still getting defended. Now Shields. O'Shea asking for it. Not going to get it. Ball back to Shields. Now Boyle will pull up 3. No good.
That's a tough shot there for Boyle. We seen last time. It's a shot that he wants to take, and it's a shot that I think he can make. He's just got to find it in the right spot.
Dontrell Hatcher almost lost the ball there. Now giving it to D'Angelo Rodriguez. Back to Hatcher. Boyle will take it up now to Shields. To Gagnon, back to Shields. Getting defended by Zion Poole. Won't find any open lanes. Now Jackson Ball with a chance to drive in. Won't get anywhere. Loses the ball, gets it back. Now Jamie Shields with it again. O'Shea finding some traffic. Outlet to Gagnon, and that's going to be stolen. D'Angelo Rodriguez driving up against Ball. No good. Off the backboard with that layup. And now Jamie Shields again. Jamie Shields. Look at stumped!
Yeah.
Shields. Look at stumped!
Yeah, what a great block there. But on that last play, Elijah went to the corner, immediately picked up his dribble, and just had to throw that one away. Not something that Lopez wants to see, but Jamie gets a quick 2 shots to line on the other end.
Yes.
And I do think it's a really interesting call not putting Willem Derrick in your game. He had 19 their first game. I mean, he was really the bright spot of what was a pretty upsetting first game. And then the second game, he didn't play, obviously, but that game was...
Yes.
It wasn't pretty by any means, and then obviously yesterday was he didn't play much at all, and David Riley really did carry the team on his back, but he's out early with some sort of injury. I think it's some sort of blood, and I know that you are not allowed to have blood on your jersey and be on the court. I'm not sure why it's a rule, but it is. So
Jamie knocks in 1 of 2, and that'll take the Barons in within 1. Still a pretty big defense game at the stop. 3 pulls up. It's good. Tyson Jean Baptiste, who struck blood at first, gets a triple on the scoreboard. And it's 5-1 now. Jackson Ball bobbles it, makes the catch, then loses the ball.
Love the sportsmanship there.
Whistle was blown, and the Barons are going to get the ball back. Elijah will inbound.
Yeah, I don't think this is the front that they want to start the game with at all. David Riley was such a bright spot on their team last game going in, and CJ Bird looks like he's coming to the substitution desk.
David Riley, what a double-double, and Elijah drills a 3 there. As I was saying, David Riley had a double-double last game, 16 points, 10 rebounds. And now driving in from Jean Baptiste with a lot of contact, and it was out on Jackson Ball, and it's going to stay Countryside ball.
Yeah, great defense on that play. Way to keep his hands out in front, hitting the ball and not getting a foul there. And Jamie Shields out early.
Surprising.
Interesting call. This is an interesting lineup I did not expect to see 2.5 minutes into this ball game.
Hatcher to inbound. Finds Rodriguez. Now out to Jean Baptiste with the 3. It's good. Another 3.
I feel like we're going to be calling that name Dean Baptiste a lot today. He seems like the bright spot of this team early, and he hit that 3 with ease.
Now, one thing to mention for this Countryside team, they went to the Elite 8 of the playoffs last season as there's a 3, not good. Rebounded offensively, and Bird with the 3. That's good. CJ Bird to cut the lead within 1.
The scoring is coming early, something that has not been something that has happened for the Barons to start the games or at any point in the games. They're a really slow team offensively, and right now it's a good start here.
First, Arturi faced some contact, lost the ball. Now Jackson Ball will dictate the pace. He'll take it up. Let's start dribbling, gets a screen, tries to get the roll, won't get it. Daniel's open, finds him. Then gets it to Bird, pressured by Rodriguez. Ball again, pump fakes, gets it to Bird, drives in for the mid-range, no good, too much on it. Now Boyle, and that's gonna be deflected, grabbed by O'Shea, and it's gonna be taken away from him.
Held that one a little too long there. He had time to really find a man, but he just held it way too long, and that's gonna be a turnover.
Jean Baptiste will try and push through. He'll draw the foul. Subs coming in. Willem Derricks will check into the game. And
Yeah.
David Riley will also come into the game.
I think that is much needed for them.
2 powerhouse scorers and a big rebounder, David Riley, checking back into the game as the Barons trail by 1. Inbounded and too easy. Caught him sleeping. Anthony Rodriguez was able to get it in. Now Jackson Ball will drive in, looking to rebound from that point they gave up. Now David Riley facing contact, loses it, and it'll be taken back up by Countryside. Dontavius Smiley will play it to Jean Baptiste. So Rodriguez back to Baptiste for the 3, short.
Good rebound there.
Bird could not secure the rebound. Jean Baptiste gets the ball. Now a wide open 3 opportunity. Dontavius Smiley's got it.
Yeah, this team is shooting the lights out early to start this game. They have been extremely efficient. Even with 4 of their guys that were their top scorers last year, they're gone. They're on to college. They're on to bigger and better things. A new front that's just as good as Jackson misses that one.
Willem gets the rebound. Derrick's looking for the pass. Finds David Riley for the 3, and that's too much. Rebound fought over and grabbed up by Jean Baptiste. Zion Poole will drive it up now. Jean Baptiste. And Rodriguez will also get it in.
They are shooting the daylight out of this SPC team. I don't know what they're at right now, but they've got to be at least 4 for 5 or 4 for 6 from 3 at this point in the game.
8 straight for Countryside. Barons looking to stop the momentum. Jackson Ball faces pressure, won't be able to go anywhere. He'll place it to CJ Bird, back to Ball, pulls up 3, drills it.
See, that's more of what I like to see from the Barons right there. They need to shoot. They need to get their opportunity immediately, and they need to shoot it, okay? They're waiting too long. They're trying to find the next pass. They need guys on their team that say, I don't. They need a Michael Porter Jr., never swing the rock.
Yes.
They need Jackson to instead kind of sit there and wait and look for a pass. Grab it and shoot. Pull up and shoot, because that's where opportunities are to come from. And what a beautiful shot right there from Jackson to put him. It's a 6-point game. Obviously, it seems like Countryside has shot the daylights out. You're not going to be that consistent all game. The Barons know that. I mean, the Barons have started off slow. Three of the Barons, CJ Bird hit that one, Jackson. The threes are being made on both sides of the court. It's just how long can that stay consistent? And I'd also like to mention, we apologize for the camera. The camera's having some problems right now. We will address that hopefully at the break. It's a little, but you can see basketball, and that's all that matters. And you can hear our beautiful voices. This is Pasquale and Dylan. You know us, you love us from the football. And this, we've done every single football broadcast together. We've never got to do it duos. This is exciting. This is exciting stuff.
Just me and him. I'm the play-by-play. Pasquale Rojas, Dylan Hutchinson the color. Countryside called that timeout after the end of that exchange. Coach David Lopez ran over some key things to focus on moving forward into this quarter. Only 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Driving in, then passed out. Now Gene Baptist once again faces pressure from Riley's block, and it's out of bounds. Countryside will keep it. Inbounding is Zion Poole, telling him to move out, create some space. Gene Baptist will take it once again. Defended by Riley, now placed back on Zion's hands.
Gene Baptist definitely the guy they want to get the ball to here.
Stolen by Jackson Ball, now on the fast break. Almost taken back, can't find an outlet. Willem Derricks to get it.
Jackson Ball was wide open there for a little. They just couldn't see him.
C.J. Bird, also a football player.
Yeah, running back.
Now Boyle with the three, and that's not enough on it. It'll be taken back by Countryside as they get the rebound. Poole will give it back to Gene Baptist. Now Rodriguez. So Gene Baptist with some space. Not good. Put back layup, short. Jump ball.
That's gonna be, I'm pretty sure it's the Barons' ball. That is. Great take there by Willem, holding his wrist after that. We did see he had an ankle problem in that Thursday game last week, or Wednesday, I'm sorry. Hoping that doesn't carry over.
Jackson Ball will take it up again. Adding on to what you said at the break, you know, it's pretty hard for them to drive. They don't drive really at all. Jackson Ball will try to, but that's short of the mark.
Yeah, a lot of part of this offense is really, I've watched now, this is about my 7th quarter of Barons basketball, and I've seen a lot of just waiting. I see the plays, I see what they're trying to do. They just don't work. And without those plays, they've kind of gone into this rhythm of just kind of passing around and waiting for someone to get open. And you're not going to get open. Simple as that. I mean, these are good players, good defenders, so you're not just going to get open out of nowhere. You got to make things happen. And there's a lot of guys just standing there, sitting in their spot, waiting. It's not going to work. Simple as that. You got to move around. You got to make cuts. You got to try some things new that are out of the playbook.
Boyle makes one of two. Rebound grab by Willem Derricks. Now Jackson Ball again. Now here's David Riley at the top of the key, looking for an outlet. Finds C.J. Bird. Now over to Jackson Ball. No open lanes. Willem Derricks with some space. He'll take the three.
There we go.
Switched it in, Willem Derricks.
That's exactly what they've missed the past 2 games. Willem Derricks, 3-pointers. He is so automatic from that spot right there.
Now here's a drive opportunity. Shot's too long.
Willem Derricks did a little frat flick there in hopes to get that ball back. Willem Derricks, such a difference maker on the court. They need him on the court. He's asking for the ball. He wants it. And truly, on the court right now with 9.6 seconds left, there's not a guy that I think should have the ball more than Willem.
Willem Derricks had some experience playing in middle school at St. Paul's.
They're going to trap immediately. Oh, that's a bad bucket right there, but he misses it.
Jackson Ball with pressure. Bird with 1 second left misses the bucket, and time runs out, saving the Barons a couple of points on that trap. Good press-up play by Countryside. At the end of the first quarter, 14-16. Barons are down 2 to Countryside.
I think the Barons are going to go into the end of that first quarter thinking we played well. I mean, this team was in the Elite 8 last year for a reason. They're a good basketball team. And now that they played the first quarter, they know what this team's like. They know the strengths. Gene Baptist, he's their strength. I mean, he's the guy that's shooting the lights out. He's finding lanes, and they're going to pressure him. They're going to try and get the ball out of his hands, and that's going to create open lanes for other players, as you can see there. Also, another thing, the Barons, this team has watched their film. In every single game the Barons have played, it is obvious. It is obvious that they have one thing in mind, and that's to press, because the Barons have just not learned how to cover that press yet. And as you can see, Jackson Ball had trouble on that last play there.
Especially tough when you know that you have a lot of key players missing for this Barons basketball team. Brendan Wright, Keyshawn Burks, just to name a couple that play on the football team, Talon Huff as well. And so you have to adapt with the people that you only have now, and especially with that quarter against these people that came, this team that came from the Elite Eight. It was a pretty solid showing, and coming back, they were down 16-7 and now have a 7-0 run, 16-14. And
yeah, that's huge.
Bounded in. Jontrell Hatcher.
And both these teams having a pretty small front court here.
Hatcher will move to the right. Steps back with the dribble. Faces traffic. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Willem Derricks will get the steal and the jump ball. Heads up play. He daps up his coach for that.
Yeah, Willem Derricks, after missing a game, coach not being too happy, is definitely coming back in a big way.
Playing like he should be, making an impact for the team. David Riley, he did it inbound. A little stoppage now. The ball might be flat or wet, but referee will be cleaning it off, and we'll be back on our way. Or not.
Yeah, it's that full court press. Look, they are right at the wait, maybe.
Seems like a jersey issue.
Is it blood on the jersey once more there?
Might be.
They did not mess around with that, which it's not actively coming from his body. I think it's all right, personally.
Jamison Shields will come back into the game. Took a few minutes there to rest on the bench.
Yeah, a lot of time Jamie Shields was out of the court, which is very uncommon.
Stolen now and blocked.
Yeah, like I said, I've said it time and time again. They need to come up with. I know in practice. I remember I played basketball freshman year. We'd work on our full court offense, and whatever they've worked on, it hasn't worked so far to start this game because they have just completely been neutralized.
Hatcher to inbound, nearly out of bounds, but Rodriguez is in there to grab it. Baptist now Hatcher with the three, and that's good.
Yeah, I mean
Hatcher with another made three for Countryside.
This team can downright shoot threes. There's another steal there. Put him in the corner. That's the problem. I think Jackson Boyle and Jackson Ball both just ran up court and gave
5 now. And like you said, that full court press has really been a problem for the Barons. Haven't been able to take possession and get the ball moving at all. Especially after the quarter ended.
Yeah, I think another thing, she's really trying to get, I'm looking at the athletic trainer right now, she's putting all types of chemicals on that jersey. The blood on the jersey, man, it's such an unfortunate thing when you court because he's got a little blood on the jersey. Like, it's all right. I promise you, it's not going to affect anyone. But that's the rules, and who am I to say otherwise?
Unfortunately, the rule will come to bite. Full court press seems to be neutralized for now as they take a step back to midcourt.
Yeah.
Inbounded to Ball, and that's it again. Off of Dontavius Smiley.
It is a major issue. It's bit them so many times, and it's limiting possessions, which you never want. And this Barons team, the way they're going to win this game is they're basically going to have to shoot pretty much 50% to win this game because they don't get nearly as many possessions as Countryside's going to get in this game.
Jamie Shields will get trapped up in the corner. Baptist and Zion, and he'll hit it off of them.
I feel like every basketball game I watch of St. Catholic, it's the same thing. The trap, the full court press. Teams know the Barons' weakness, and they abuse it. As right there, they do it again.
Boyle to inbound to Bird, and he couldn't really get it. Seemed like that pass was going to Willem, and that's going to be stolen by Jackson Ball. 2v1 fast break. Boyle off of his foot. The ball rolls into the lobby, and that will be Countryside Ball, a missed opportunity.
You know, wide receiver Brendan Wright, he'll be out there in a little bit. I say that because it was a dropped pass right there. Keyshawn Burks and Brendan Wright, great wide receivers. We're going to see him on the basketball court probably we don't actually know, if I'm being honest.
Well, after Thanksgiving break, unless they win and go to States.
which would be
Then they
awesome.
would be gone
Which
for
we
a
won't be
while.
commentating because they want us to pay a lot of money for that. Oh, nice move there. Oh, and he smokes the layup.
Ball was smacked out by C.J. Bird. David Riley asking, seeing if that blood's looking good.
David
Referee will
Riley's blood
confirm
is
it.
gone.
Referee confirms he's back in.
They're
Boyle
going to
will
take
check out.
Jackson Boyle, the freshman. He gets a lot of it. He did not get many minutes last game. I was talking to Johnny about it. Not many minutes last game, but he's had a solid start for a freshman. As
Getting varsity minutes always
Oh.
good. The layup had too much heat on it. Valtavius Smiley couldn't get any. Now, C.J. Bird, now his first layup attempt lost, finds Willem. Then we'll get plenty of space for Jamison Shields. Hits it off the heel.
that's the thing right there. He can't really think about that shot. Like I said, they're thinking too much before they're shooting. Jamie took an extra dribble, and that was all she wrote.
Hatchell driving in, and he draws something.
Hatch is not afraid to drive to the basket. He smoked 2 layups so far, but he's going to keep on driving.
And he's keeping possession in there.
Yeah, they're not going to call that a shooting foul. They're going to call that before the shot here, as he is subbed out for those actions.
D'Angelo Rodriguez and Carson Autry to check back into the game. Coming out will be Hatcher and Miley. Inbound didn't go any way as planned, and now it's Barron's
Now
ball.
here's the full court press here. Now all 4 Barons are staying close.
C.J. Bird.
David Riley, the center, taking up the ball.
David Riley will bring it up out past the backcourt. Now Willem, stuck in a pickle, will bring it out near the center of the court.
The scoring has slowed down in this second quarter. Nice
Jackson
move.
Ball with the layup, and he'll put it in. Great
Yeah, I mean,
pass.
that's the design right there that I've been talking about. He sat around, Jackson Ball made a cut, a great move, and got open. I think that maybe he was in a play design there, and it worked to perfection.
Now Zion Poole will drive up, faces contact, and he'll draw the foul.
David Riley's hit again. Let's hope there's no more blood on the face there.
Takes a little squeam as he moves outside the paint. Zion Poole will take those free throws. Looking to bring up the lead. Only a 3-point lead for Countryside despite their pressure. First free throw. Takes a few bounces and comes out. Zion Poole will drop some nuggets. Rebounded by Willem Derricks off of the tip in front, and the Barons will keep only a 3-point deficit. Willem Derricks will face some pressure by Baptist. Tries to find a screen.
Best guard versus best guard here for both teams.
Jackson Ball will drive, find Jamie, wide open 3, and that's it.
And that's going to be a tie ball game for the Barons here. 3-point shooting on par today. Like I said, they got to shoot 50% because this Countryside team is going to drive, and shoot threes very well.
If you like to see a lot of shooting, you're going to love this game. As a great drive by Anthony Rodriguez will take the lead again for Countryside.
Yeah, I mean, that's just exactly what the Barons have got to do. They've got to shoot so efficiently and so well and take good shots. Jamie, his second wide open shot there.
David Riley will try and make some pressure, won't go anywhere. C.J. Bird will get the ball stolen. And
That's
a couple of tip drills.
They're going to give that ball to the Barons.
Goes back to the right. Bird will inbound. 21-19, Countryside up with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Jamie Shields will dictate the pace. Awkward looking pass to Bird. Tries to get it open.
He had him, but the bounce pass had a little too much on it. Now a fast break here.
A lot of contact. Ball finds its way outside to the top of the key. Driving in, Rodriguez also
Yeah,
finds
that was
some
a lot of contact there.
near the head area.
Another thing I'd like to say, I've seen Matt O'Shea hasn't really played much since the first couple minutes as he's coming back in right now. Roman Corial has yet to step foot on the basketball court here. And this is regular season basketball now. I know in the preseason they had a couple JV kids play, but right now they have 2 sophomores that are playing right now. And those are the big, and no, 3 sophomores, I'm sorry. 2 of them are bigs and 1 of them C.J. Bird. So it's definitely a different lineup here. And David Riley, I mean, he's such a key piece to have on the court at all times. It's unfortunate that he can't play more often because of current injuries and stuff.
Drive attempt failed. Outside three. Zion Poole off the backboard, no good. Bird will find Jamie Shields. Matt O'Shea checks in for David Riley.
See, this is what I'm talking about here. Everyone just kind of standing still. It kind of let them play ISO ball there, and it's just not going to work. It's not an efficient way to play offense. You got to move. You got to make cuts. You got to set screens. I haven't seen any screens from the top of the key or anywhere to just try and get some movement.
Now, we watched the JV game. There was a lot of screens set there, so a different type of pace now coming from this varsity squad. At the top of the key, driving in. Hatcher will find Rodriguez. Rodriguez will move in, take some contact. Three is too much.
That's exactly what the Barons need to do. They need to drive, create lanes as Jackson makes a nice move there.
Jackson will find Willem Derricks. Willem looking to create some space. Will drive around the outside, and that ball will be taken away by Zion Poole. Zion Poole to find Hatcher with the layup. There's no good. Tip drill.
I think he went out of bounds and went back inbounds there. But another thing, Matt O'Shea on that play was boxing out his man and looking for the ball. He knew he wasn't getting that ball. The matchup was not his. Willem was going to take that. In a moment like that, set a screen. Give Matt the mismatch on a shorter guy and let him work from the pick and roll. Get some sort of screen, but just nothing working so far as Matt finally sets a screen at the top of the key, which does absolutely nothing. Another one.
We'll set another screen. Now Jamie Shields will try and make some space. CJ Bird will shoot that, and that's air ball. Now comeback is Gene Baptist. Tyson Gene Baptist had a big impact at the beginning of the game. Slowed down a little bit. Let the other members of his team make some more noise. Gene Baptist will try and drive. Finds it out. Hatcher.
Resetting here.
John Trell Hatcher will reset. Taking it from the logo. Looking to find an open man. He'll get Zion Poole. Now Rodriguez with a three. And that's no good. Rebounded Willem.
Willem Derricks was basically played every minute since the first 3 minutes of this game here.
Big impact. Now Jackson.
Nice move by Jackson. Beautiful move by Jackson to make it a tie ball game. Matt O'Shea had to do nothing on that play. He just got gifted the ball there. Jackson Ball, he's got it. I mean, he's a fantastic passer. I mean, his assist in the last game, as you can see in Ryan Russell's edits, he did a little behind the back. He's a fantastic passer.
Hatcher will find D'Angelo Rodriguez, who won't be able to make the three. Now Jackson Ball faces some pressure. Jamison Shields almost gets stolen, and then it does get stolen. Poole will take it out of Matt O'Shea's hands.
See, that's the problem. Matt O'Shea waited for the ball to come to him. You got to be proactive. You got to have the ball quicker. You got to really come towards the ball instead of letting the ball come towards you. As Hatcher makes that three.
Again by Willem Derricks. He'll face some pressure by D'Angelo Rodriguez.
He's got 8 seconds here.
He'll take it up, and he'll get that contact and a foul.
And that's only the second foul for Countryside. I mean, this has been a very minimal foul game, especially for varsity basketball. Something as Jackson Boyle checks in the game for, I presume, Matt O'Shea.
Willem Derricks will come out and take some rest.
I don't like the call with a minute left, but it seems like he's on that ankle funny, but he's sitting down, not talking to the trainer at all. He's saying he's good.
Jackson Ball. 1 minute left in the second quarter. Tie game here at the Walsh Family Fieldhouse. Now, Jamison Shields will find Boyle. Boyle at the corner. He'll take it out, and Bird will dictate pace. Screen
beautiful.
Blocked. Tyson G. Baptist stops that pick and roll.
Even if he's slowing down on offense, his defense is still right where it needs to be. Open three there.
Dylan
Didn't take.
Ortega just checked into the game, draws a foul.
Yeah, right there. That was just a missed opportunity, truly, for him. He had an open three, and then now they're going to go to the line. No one seems to want to go to the blocks, though. It seems what's happening here.
4 Countryside members.
But the Barons tie game. This is clearly not the same team that went to the Elite Eight last year. But this is a whole different basketball team. 21-21. The scoring really did slow down in the second quarter. A lot more defensively paced. But I think Countryside played a bad quarter of basketball. The Barons played a pretty average quarter of basketball, so that's saying something. I think the Barons really need to turn it up. This quarter is going to be a quarter that we look back and say, you know what, they tied it. That's all they did. Because this is an opportunity for them. They could have really, you know, done a little more with that opportunity, but kind of failed to do so.
Dylan Ortega goes 1 and 2 to take the lead again. Jamison Shields will be able to grab the ball off of a couple of tips.
Seems like there was 5 guys around him there.
Jackson
nice
Boyle
move.
makes a good move.
Jackson wide open, couldn't get to him.
Now CJ Bird has it. Faces some pressure, only 20 seconds left in the quarter. He's able to break free, drive it through, and it's stolen. Dylan Ortega will drive up the right side, and
nice
he goes
move.
in between the defenders. It's 24-21.
8 seconds left. They got to get this ball in the hands of a shooter. Jackson Ball, preferably. Oh, that was just a bad pass.
Jackson Boyle could not reach the mark. 1.7 seconds left. Foul called.
Yeah, I mean, he picked up his dribble way too early and just pretty much threw an out route, and it got picked back for 6. If we're talking, and Roman Coriel
will check in for this
getting
last
some
second
1.7 second minutes here. Interesting play call. I think in a moment like this, Willem's probably healthy enough. I'd put your shooter back on the court, but maybe give your guy an extra second of rest before the half. I'm not too sure about this play here. Or he would go Willem, Jamie, Jackson if that was me. But 2 of those guys aren't on the court right now.
Ortega will make both free throws.
Yeah, big run to end the quarter for Countryside. 5.
1 second left. Jackson Ball off the backboard had a chance, and that is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, interesting half. How are we going to dissect that one?
I don't know, because it was a lot of back and forth, but you got to feel like Countryside had a lot of the pressure. They dictated the game a lot more.
Yeah,
they had possession a lot more of the time. The score is only within 5, but you have a team like Countryside that had a pretty solid run in the Elite 8 last year, and they come back. This is their first game of the season, and while they're doing a pretty good job of dictating the pace, the Barons surprisingly are doing pretty well, only within 5 of that. And
yeah, the Barons are doing very well. We will see you after the break here for third quarter action in a 5-point game, 26-21 Countryside.
That looks really bad.
Mention the technical difficulties.
That's
Mention the technical difficulties.
Okay.
what?
Mention the technical difficulties. We're good.
Welcome back to SPC basketball. Now down 34 to 23.
Fix the clock and do all this.
Sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties coming back, but now we are good to go live for the third quarter of basketball. 5.5 minutes left. And a timeout was called for the Barons.
Yeah, and the 2.5 minutes of basketball you missed, you did not miss much. Countryside got out to a big lead here. Sorry, the internet had some problems here. Nothing that we could really do on our end for that. Technical difficulties, but we are back. We're still trying to get some better internet in the field house because our internet has excelled on the football field. We're trying to get that internet just as good in the field house, but we're back, and you didn't miss much. I'm glad that we can come back.
Solid start for Countryside at the end of the second half. Excuse me, at the beginning of the second half. And they're looking to keep that pressure, but it has slowed down over the last minute or two. And with that, Barons have the ball. Jackson and Boyle will inbound. Willem Derrick's on the floor as well, along with Jackson Ball, Elijah Gagnon, and David Riley. Now Elijah will face pressure by Rodriguez, given out to Ball near the backcourt. Drive back in, Elijah Gagnon, pull up, and he's got that layup. Looked like it was tipped in by Tyson Jean-Baptiste, but the Barons now within 9.
Yeah, the first time they were down double digits in the game, they got right back to 9 points on a big play by Elijah, but they just, and number 2 is very angry at his coach there.
Ball tipped, and it's Barons' ball.
Yeah, I think the Barons, like I said, they need to be really efficient shooting the ball because this team doesn't take many shots. If you've watched previous games, you'd know they don't really shoot the ball much. Every time they shoot, like they have a great field goal percentage because of the little amount that they shoot the ball. Defensively, Countryside and every other team has been able to really mitigate shots, such as a play like that right there.
Hatcher will move up on the fast break. Resets. Rodriguez wide open 3. Nails it. Back up to a 12-point lead. Goes up Countryside. Jackson Ball will take it up. Dylan Ortega, who had that good end to the first half. Jackson Boyle almost loses it, gets trapped, and he does lose it. Zion Poole will play to Hatcher, and that is Barons' ball.
A poor start to this quarter. Countryside has got out to an 11-4 run here, and it's becoming bad to worse offensively for the Barons. They just can't get anything going, and they usually turn the ball over before they put their first shot up.
Gagnon will play it into Ball. Won't get anywhere. Tries to find Willem. Now David Riley calling for it. He'll drive through over a man's body. Will not get the bucket. Whistle blown. And a defensive shooting foul called. David Riley will go to the line. Not a lot of free throws in this game. Only 2 fouls for Countryside and 3 for the Barons. First one missed by David Riley.
Yeah, and he's usually a really efficient free throw shooter. Maybe shaken up a little. I mean, the toll that his body has taken on this game alone is immense.
Drew blood in the first quarter. Will make that second free throw. Goes 1 for 2. Brings the Barons back, only down 11. And driving up the court.
Although the depth of this Countryside bench, they don't really go into it much. I feel like we've seen these 5 guys there often on the court.
Only 3 on the bench for SPC compared to about 5 or 6 on Countryside.
Yeah, they got a whole nother starting lineup there.
Anthony Rodriguez driving in, going in between defenders, puts up the layup.
That was just great offense versus good defense, and the great offense won there. And just a great move that you can't really defend because, I mean, it was just perfectly placed right there.
David Riley driving in, foul called, and he'll go back up to the line. David Riley draws a second straight foul. Jackson Ball gets some talking to from Coach Lopez. David Riley will make the first one. CJ Bird will check in. Willem Derricks will check out.
And that's something that they've really lacked since the first quarter. The shooting has really gone to a minimum. I don't know the last time they made a three.
It has been a minute. They have not made a three in the second half so far.
As David makes both there.
Carson Autry will check in for Tyson Jean Baptist. And Anthony Rodriguez will hand it off to Dylan Ortega. At the logo, defended by Gagnon. Ball tipped by Riley. Now Rodriguez will hand it off to Zion Poole. Rodriguez will drive in, split some defenders. Three would have been good, but the whistle was blown on that exchange.
Yeah, that's a fantastic matchup to watch. Rodriguez versus David Riley. I mean, those are two guys who know how to play. Rodriguez is very shifty for his height. It seems like he's kind of playing a center role, but he's not the biggest out there. And David Riley is just such a great center. So that matchup that we're seeing right now is just pure cinema right now.
As it happens again, Rodriguez will move into Barron's paint, and that's taken away by Bird.
Yeah, David Riley just great defense, always beats great offense, and that right there was perfect.
Open on a fast break. Jackson Ball did not find him. Now he'll drive in. Layup is no good, and rebounded by Carson Autry. Barron still down 11. Zion Poole will hand it off to Ortega once again. Ortega, the junior guard, 5'10". Stands at the volleyball lines, pump fakes a pass. Now Zion Poole.
Seemed like a little bit of a travel there.
Goes away. Anthony Rodriguez, junior in the point guard. Up against Elijah Gagnon, pushes him off. And a drive up and good. Zion Poole faced pressure from three Barons defenders, and he's able to make that layup now, cracking 41 points. Is Countryside. CJ Bird will take it back up again.
Yeah, a 16-7 run here for the Countryside. They've really gone out to a good lead to start this third quarter.
Now the first half did start off as 16-7 as that shot is blocked. Jackson Boyle could not get that ball up. As I was saying, the game did start off 16-7 for Countryside. The Barons were able to come back and tie it, but another large deficit for them. They need to start putting up those points, and
currently down by 13 here.
Three is no good. Rebounded by Bird. And David Riley, open lane, makes a man miss, and he misses the shot. Now Ortega slowing it down. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Countryside taking a big lead.
Rodriguez and Bird here. They might want to utilize that matchup there.
Ortega will find pressure from Gagnon once again. Gagnon stepping up, passing it out now to Dontavius Myers.
Yeah, I mean, they're really slowing the clock down. The Barons have to press here and try and get a turnover or something, as Elijah's doing.
Elijah fouls
gets an unneeded foul there for the Barons as they approach 5 fouls.
Coryell will check into the game off of that foul.
Coryell's second time checking into the game. Checked in the first time at the 1.7 second mark in the second quarter. He's going to finally get some real minutes with 47 seconds left in the third quarter here. Kind of utilizing him as a end of the quarter man, maybe to give Elijah or someone a little rest.
Fifth foul for the Barons gives the bonus to Countryside as the first free throw goes long.
An interesting play call here. We have not seen much of Jamie Shields in this third quarter.
We have not.
Which I don't understand, truly.
Jamie Shields, a great basketball player. Didn't play much of the first quarter either. Checked in for most of the second. Second free throw for Ortega is good. Extending the lead to 14. The largest lead of the game for Countryside. The Elite Eight they played in the playoffs last year. Lost 4 of their top scorers. And now their initial game against the Barons has been proven good.
Here's a fun fact to you. We got a freshman, 2 sophomores, and 2 juniors out on the court right now for the varsity Barons basketball team. a very young group of guys, and they're holding the ball here.
Most seniors on the football team, excuse me, that are also a part of the basketball team. Only senior on the bench today is Willem Derricks. CJ Bird with a drive.
And Elijah.
Find Jackson Ball. Only 7 seconds left. Have to put up a shot soon. Jackson Ball with his back turned. 3 seconds. Tries to find Boyle. Has to put it up. And that's too much. That's the end of the third quarter. 42 to 28 your score. And a big road for the Barons to come back.
Yeah, the Barons, after playing 2 great quarters of football, I really felt stagnant. They're only scoring 7 points, which is, it's not the type of basketball that's going to win you games. And the unfortunate thing about it truly is this looked like a winnable game, and now they've really fallen short. Jamie's going to check into the game here. Jamie I don't think he played at all in the third quarter. He might have played the first minute or two. Interesting play call. I think if you want to win this game, I don't care if they're tied or not, your only shot of winning this game is Willem, Jamie, Jackson, David, and whoever you want to put at the last ball. I mean, it could be interchangeable. You could put Elijah there. You could put CJ Bird there. You could put Jackson Boyle there if you want some more height. You could switch it up a little, but I think you got to have at least those 4 main guys on the court. That's your best chance to win, because all those guys can shoot. And with a deficit like this, the 2-pointers aren't something that they get often. They don't get those points often, so you're going to have to start shooting at threes. And if you want to shoot threes, you got to put your marksman out there.
And even if with those 2-pointers that they get, it usually takes a lot of time. They have to, take a lot of drives that fail, a lot of trial and error before they actually move in. And with a lot of contact, you can tire out these guys that are on the court. So these threes that were banging pretty well in the first quarter really stopped. Like you said, only 7 points. This game was 26-21 at the end of the half. And now a big lead from Countryside, 14 points extra of the lead. And Jackson Ball will check in. Coriel, back to Ball, top of the key, gets pressure, zone defense it seems. CJ Bird will drive in, there's too much on that layup. And the rebound taken by Rodriguez. Zion Poole will move it on up. And no rush for these guys. Rodriguez to Ortega. Ortega defended by Bird. And a foul drawn by Ortega, another foul.
I think that was an interesting foul here. After calling a pretty minimal foul game, to call a foul in that moment's not really staying true to what they started this game off with. Oh. That's a mismatch right there.
Roman Coriel will foul Anthony Rodriguez.
Yeah, and 2 quick fouls for the Barons in the first 40 seconds of the game here. And that's something that if they God forbid get close and you gotta go to the foul line, you gotta start fouling them. 2 fouls quick is gonna put them in the bonus.
Really should.
Probably by the 4-minute mark if they keep playing this way.
And the bonus so essential, giving them automatic free throws pretty much whenever they need. And especially talking about the road of the comeback, sometimes when you're down, you have to just foul them so they can't take any time off the clock. You get possession immediately after. Rodriguez will make that free throw. 16-point lead now for Evangelical Christian. They just keep adding on to it. Jamie Shields, after checking in, fresh legs on the court, finding Jackson Ball. Won't find an open lane there.
Yeah,
directing traffic.
They just move around the perimeter, and when they drive, he just stops right there.
Oh, wayward pass to David Riley after that pick. Could not find him, and now Ortega will take it back up once again.
There's that one thing for the Barons. Every sports team's got the one thing that we just look as their Achilles heel. We know the football team's the penalties. As that is a beautiful open cut there.
Anthony Rodriguez off of the dime from Tyson Jean Baptist, who's been everywhere this game. Took some rest in the third quarter, back in now. Jamie Shields with a mid-range, won't be able to put it through.
We know the Achilles heel of the football team's penalties. I think the Achilles heel of this team is the fact that they turn the ball over too often.
A lot of open room for the layup, and it's no good. Carson Autry couldn't make it in. And a fast break now, 5-on-2 it seems. CJ Bird with a laser pass right to him, could not put it up. It's still Barron's ball.
And Willem Derrick's checking in here. That's exactly what I was waiting for. These are the guys on the court that are going to bring you the most success. As you can see, those guys weren't on the court. Look what happened. They didn't score points. They actually gave up 4 points before they scored an 8-point. That's what you got to do. They haven't scored a point yet in this fourth quarter. You got to have this offense on the court. That's your best chance of scoring some points and making some defensive stops to get yourself back in this game.
And 2 minutes already gone for the Barons in this fourth quarter. C.J. Bird nearly got to it. The pass was just too much for him. Ortega will drive it in.
I think we need to see a timeout from Coach Lopez here. This team just looks dejected at this point, and the bench, all the players, they're kind of showing it here. This is getting from bad to worse here.
Jackson Ball with the drive, still no good, and it's an offensive foul, so Countryside will take the ball once again in their possession. 3.25 minutes gone in this fourth quarter, and nothing to show for these Barons.
Yeah, Coach Lopez telling Jamie to get up. They seem to be doing a full court pressure here.
Wet spot on the court.
I think
they have a Swiffer. There's no one manning it. It's over there on the corner.
There's no one manning.
There is no one manning the Swiffer. Having to be manually put out by the shoes.
They're going to get a rag maybe?
They're going to grab the rag.
Oh, that looks like a hoodie. Oh, no, that is a rag.
I
was about to say, that's really disrespectful.
I have stepped on that rag a couple of times in my gym class accidentally. So if you see a couple of brown marks, they have come a couple from my shoes, so I will apologize. But now Zion Poole to inbound. He'll throw a deep side. Deep Baptist with the wide receiver looking catch.
And then good breakup by the corner on that play, Jackson Ball.
Still Countryside ball, which took away a couple of seconds off the clock, but nothing more than that. And the ball is now in the offensive side of Countryside.
Open three there.
Ortega, maybe bunch of space, could not get it.
No box out there. He was wide open by himself. Poor boxing out and rebounding from the Barons there.
Zion Poole had an easy rebound and put back layup.
Yeah, that's the easiest shot we're going to see today.
Jackson Ball will try and drive in. Still no good. Off of the heel.
Thank you.
John Troll Hatcher. Taking it up, almost loses it. Maintaining, but the pass is no good. C.J. Bird with the jelly in there. Finally, the Barons get on the board in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it only took them 3 full minutes of action.
Now down 20, 50-30. Zion Poole. John Troll Hatcher calls for it. He'll do a nice little run around like he's LaMelo Ball.
I like that.
Zion Poole now again. Taking a lot of time off the clock. Countryside are in no rush.
I thought he was about to pull that.
Countryside are in no rush to give the Barons back the ball. Dylan Ortega open three from the corner. Airballed it too far.
Another easy rebound for Countryside.
Emerson Rittenhouse finds Gene Baptist. Nearly made the jelly off of the foul, which he does draw, putting him back onto the line. The fourth foul for the Barons.
Coach Lopez is finally going to call a full timeout here, which was very much needed. And I think it's a minute and a half too late, but finally gets the call.
Halfway down to the fourth quarter, 50-30. No fouls committed by Countryside in this quarter, and 4 by the Barons. The next one will be draw the bonus, which means that Countryside will be going to the line every time once the Barons foul them. And with a 20-point deficit, it's a long hill to climb for the Barons. Timeout called. Coach Lopez is drawing plays down there.
Willem Derrick's dad in the crowd.
He is.
Bumping the YMCA.
Jiggy.
I think
Derrick's got a lot of energy. I've skied with that man a couple times. That guy maintains his energy throughout a long day.
Yeah, obviously the football team, they have to jump around. Apparently at the basketball team is the YMCA. I'm seeing more participation from the YMCA than I've ever seen from the jump around. So maybe they should incorporate the YMCA this weekend. Big football game this weekend. I won't be commentating. I'll be on an airplane. But Pasquale will be there with Colby Shanaville, maybe, and Henry Callahan. And we're just so excited for that game. Big things expected him.
Yeah, Colby Shanaville questionable to
questionable.
Commentate. He's questionable to commentate due to a disease and illness not looking good. Only a couple of days of a timetable to get in there. Right after this game, I've actually got to start prepping for that one. But you will see that football game, second round regional semifinals, the playoffs for the Barons.
And it might be the first game that most of you have ever watched of Barons football that will be close. We have reason to believe that it's going to be a.
John Newman, a formidable opponent against them. You will see them Friday
at 7
o'clock.
Four-star D lineman committed to Miami.
A 4-star nose tackle.
And then they have another. I'm not sure the rating of him, but he is a wide receiver committed to Wisconsin with offers from Alabama
and Florida and a lot of
Florida.
other
And he picked Wisconsin, which most likely means he's going to be starting early, as the cheerleaders are so loud you can't hear what we're saying right now.
2 free throws made for Tyson Jean-Baptiste, adding on to the score. James again. Jackson Ball's open. Can't find an open lane for the shot. Now he makes it himself, and another missed shot by Jackson Ball. Too much heat on these shots. A great move from Jean-Baptiste to get open from Bird, and a huge layup. Tyson Jean-Baptiste putting it on the Barons. What a great play. Now Jamie Shields facing some pressure from Ortega with the high press. Finds Willem Derricks, who's getting trapped up top. And that ball nearly stolen by Poole. Still Barons ball. But a lot of time now off the clock. 3:57 left, and it's a 24-point lead. That's going to be pretty much impossible to come back from, barring a miracle.
They've scored 2 points this entire quarter of basketball, so it's not looking good.
David Riley with the drive. Draws the foul.
Is it too early to say, with David Riley with some injury issues early on the season, Willem Derricks also had his ankle roughed up a little bit a couple games ago. Is it too early to go to your bench, or is it that moment where you put in some guys like Matt O'Shea and Roman Coriel?
Maybe getting some more experience from the starters is the priority.
Yeah, 100%.
David Riley makes the first free throw. Especially considering it's their second game of the season. They lost their first one by a pretty considerable amount as well. So not a really good start to the season for the Barons, as they set to become 0-2.
Someone stepped into the box early. That's never happens because it's really just not ever a problem. It's pretty standard that you just wait. But he's going to get a free shot there. Good for him. A little bit of stat padding never hurt.
The junior will check out of the game. Now, David Riley makes the second free throw. Getting that little gift.
Rittenhouse.
Yes. Checks out of the game. Now, Zion Poole will inbound. A runner of Jean-Baptiste down, getting marked down by the cornerback. And spin move! Absolutely slotted in. Dontrell Hatcher, what a move! And he puts that in with straight jelly.
That was dirty.
Jamison Seals with a nice spin move, creates some space, can't find a shot, gives it out to Jackson Ball. Looking for an open lane, no one drives in. Now Elijah Gagnon back out to Ball for the three. No good.
That is a very crisp looking jump shot by Jackson Ball. I really like that release, the jump. Everything about that was just really nice, but he couldn't get that in there.
For the bucket. Now Rodriguez finding some space. Ortega, man defense now. A lot of press. Rodriguez wide open three, and it's airballed short. It's kept in by Countryside though, and again, what great place to keep the ball in their possession. Dylan Ortega.
They seem to be trapping more often, which is leaving Countryside players very open. Not a good strategy to employ right now.
But not a lot they can really do as Hatcher.
Countryside looking to slow this game out. They seem to be putting in some of their bench here.
Filling out. Dontrell Hatcher makes a move on Jamie, spits it out to Zion Poole. Zion Poole on Elijah, willing to kill some time here.
Yeah.
And he'll find Jean-Baptiste. Open space, three for Hatcher. Too much on the shot. It's long. And Ortega will get the rebound again. Now, Rodriguez somehow keeps the ball in this possession.
This Countryside team is glued to the basketball no matter what they do.
Takeaway.
Right when I say that.
Jamison Shields. But some keep-away drills going crazy. CJ Bird puts too much on the layup. And that pretty much has been the tail of the game for the Barons. Nothing going on here. Jamie will draw.
A very late foul there after he already got it off there. As, yep, the bench is unloaded. Well, David
Bench is
Riley.
clear out. David Riley, Roman Coriel, Matt O'Shea, and Jackson.
Yeah,
Boyle
Roman
to check
Coriel
in.
getting minutes. Not in the seconds this time, in the minutes. Minute and 50 seconds to show what he's made of here. A little playing time in this game.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and it's very different from the preseason games. He was getting solid rotation man minutes. This game, he didn't really get the nod. Maybe it was the matchup. They didn't like any spots where he'd fill in well, but not working today for Roman
Yeah,
Coriel.
not a lot working for the Barons offense as well, and this whole basketball team has not really keen to going back on this game. Not something they want to look back on very well. As the Swiffer jet comes out now, cleaning up a wet spot on the court, as our athletic director, Mr. Ryan Mueller, doing a little bit of dirty work, getting his hands in the mix.
He
And
creates the schedule, so maybe that is the dirty work.
that is pretty tough, having to do that for a lot of sports teams.
I was more referring to making them play this countryside team. That's just mean.
Now the benches will clear. As I said.
I was looking down at the computer when you said now the benches will clear. I was fully thinking brawl.
No.
But that's not happening, thankfully.
Anthony
we don't
Rodriguez will
promote
be the
them.
one to stay out. John Trail Hatcher as well.
Anthony
And
Rodriguez has had a big second half.
He has had 100%, taking on from what Gene Baptist had. Now Carson Autry will check in along with D'Angelo Rodriguez and Emerson Rittenhouse. Second free throws are good, bobbled by Matt O'Shea. David Riley will take it up. Jameson Shields, the only one who stayed in from the starters, from the benches coming into this game. Now David Riley with the three, and that will bounce up and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes the game for the
Yes.
Barons there. Matt O'Shea limping there.
Not a lot going.
Maybe the coach would look at that and take him out, or maybe that's just the way he
The Barons
runs.
have only put up 4 points in this fourth quarter. A pretty, and I don't like to use this word often because of its harsh nature, but it's been pretty abysmal for the Barons. And there's a lot of improvements coming forward, and there's a lot of bright spots, like that steal almost happening. But with this tough team, it's just hard to put up a good performance.
Yeah.
And Hatcher will maintain this possession. Bobbled ball
Two
again.
hands on the
And
ball,
he did
young
step
man.
out of bounds.
2 hands on the ball, young man, and that's a foul for Roman Coriel early
Right.
getting into the game.
Yeah, Roman Coriel will take the foul. The bonus is drawn, so free throws will come.
Free throws for the remainder of this game. Hopefully this will be the last of the line. This game's over. I'd like to see these teams just kind of run out the clock here, not risk no injuries.
D'Angelo Rodriguez at the line, the guard sophomore, 5'7".
He's got a very.
interesting stance, pointing his feet 45 degrees left.
He kind of looks. He was kind of hitting the Heisman a little. Did you see the little?
Yeah, well,
Like he
take
had-
a peek. Take a peek at number 14 on the line there as Elijah Gang seeks to come back into this game. He'll take out Matt O'Shea with the
Yeah,
rip.
he clearly looks injured. Definitely don't need him in the game in a moment like this. Let's see him hit the Heisman a little. 40. Oh, a little stutter step. Oh, puts the arm out.
Looks like some nice little dance moves.
Yeah,
He'll make
and he
that
drills it. He's allowed to do his dance moves. He was making shots.
58-32, a massive lead for the Countryside. Their league.
Yeah, and
keeps
this
on
was
expanding.
a tie game at one point, and going into the half, it was only a 5-point game, and it
Jackson Boyle got the shot tipped on the way there.
it got ugly quick. I mean, since that moment, the Barons have scored in total 11 points.
Less than a minute to go. A bad foul. And
Yeah.
back to the line will go John Trell Hatcher, the senior, 5'10",
Yeah.
and
26
Checking
to
in will be
21
Ortega.
was the score. Now, if you take a quick peek at the score, it's not 26 to 21 no longer. They scored 32 points compared to the Barons scoring 11,
Bird will check back in.
which is just not. It's not a recipe for success.
Oh, less than a minute to go. CJ Bird with the three. That's no good as well. Nothing going for this Barons offense. Elijah Gagnon with the three, also not good. In and out. And Dontrell Hatcher will play it out. Now here's Rodriguez. CJ Bird on Carson Autry. A glimmer of life in this Barons offense.
And it is going to be called a foul, though. But that's a foul that I don't think he's going to be too upset about because it looked cool.
It looked very cool. I thought he got all ball there. Must have gotten a little bit of his hand.
No, he definitely got a little bit of the hand, but that's okay.
Carson Autry will make the first free throw.
And it looks like,
one away from 60.
yeah, one away from, and they're
Nearly doubling.
5 points away from doubling. And he misses it.
This is the second free throw. Now here comes Jackson Boyle to Bird with a pull-up three from the corner. Not good again. The free throw percentage has completely died
Yeah.
for the
Just 11 points in 2 quarters of basketball is just not.
something good. Jackson Boyle will find Bird at the top of the key. Again, a miss. Nothing going right. Riley gets the rebound. Again gets the rebound.
There we
Then he
go.
calls the and one. Finally puts it in after that exchange. Only 8 seconds left, though, and it's just consolation points for David Riley.
Yeah, it's a little bit of stat padding, but I think he might be in the double digits now with those.
I think he deserved that after those couple of rebounds and that hustle he put through. End of the game here for the Barons. To make it 35-59 won't go, and drowning out the clock will be Ortega. He'll just have to take it up past midcourt, which he does, and end the game there.
Roman Coriel still playing
putting the pressure
upsettingly.
on. And that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching us here. The Bears do lose 59-34, a solid game to watch at the beginning, but 0-2 goes the Barons, a tough loss, but without most of the team, it's something you can expect. I am Pascual Rojas with Dylan Hutchinson as my color commentator. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on Friday for our playoff football game, regional semifinalists. Thank you for watching.
Big moment right there. See you guys and have a good night. I ended it.